everyone, my name is Lorenz, and today I'll be showing off Workspace automation for your MacBook, specifically using Node and JXA to run automations for setting up workspaces. Workspace to me is toolings, applications, and commands needed to get your development environment up and running. So think of it as if you're working in a microservice architecture and you have to open your backend front end, going to the Finder and opening up all of these applications and having to remember specific npm run commands just takes up too much headspace. So if you could automate this process and open up your applications and get to code in a click of a button, I think that would be an amazing feature or script. So I created a open source npm package that lets you run npm scripts that let you open applications, open Docker, run terminal, and run commands. So certain applications and workspace specific automations that let you trigger and spawn your workspace. So for this example, I'm going to show off a simple script that lets me kind of modify this because this is spelled wrong and open up a bigger application that takes up a little bit more complex tooling and requirements when it comes to getting a workspace up and running. So this was going to be a simple version. So for context, I don't have anything running. You can see nothing is live except for OBS and a script editor. But if I want to open this to edit this file, we open this workspace. It should open up our code editor and specific dependencies and toolings that I have set up. So let's go back to the VS Code after everything is open. And actually, sorry, it's opening up everything. And let's do scripts. So now that was a smaller scale example of opening up a project, but let's say we want to open up a workspace that requires a little bit more dependencies. So there's more commands and more tools and applications that need to be spawned up for this certain context. So what we could do is we could open the workspace and let's choose the first one. And what it'll do is it will spawn up the things needed. So as you can see, the space changed and moved, and we're opening up multiple VS Code windows pertaining to the front end, the back end. Terminal is being open and running it. So it's, triggering terminal specific commands that will let us run our work. Yeah, we don't need to show the localhost 3000. That's fine. Docker is kind of heavy and is a thing that really sets up our workspace. So being able to start it and start our Postgres and get to a place where we could get up and running is kind of where we want to be. So to conclude, this is Node.js Workspace Automations package script that you could use on Node.js runtime-based applications, or just use it as a script for your own laptop. Specifically, this can be triggered based off time. So there could be a cadence of this running on a certain time every day, every weekday, and or you could use a shortcut that you could create to trigger this command the same way that you could have access to it on your menu bar. So that's a little bit about MacBook automation and how I do it as a software developer. If you guys are interested, you could create an issue on the GitHub and message me if you find anything, or if you want me to expand on its functionality of like creating a GUI so you could not have to hard code certain contexts, or like hard coding the file path and the commands. That would be nice, and extending it and adding more features to it. But that's a little showcase of where it's at and where it could be. Yeah, thanks.